Welcome everyone to the Green Llama demo. To start up the application, we can use Python as so, and we see that our application has started. And initially, it gives us all our Ollama already downloaded models. In this case, these are what I have on my system, and it asks us you can choose one of these, or you can download something new. Let's say I choose first something local. So I go for Llama 3, 1 billion, and I can immediately start talking to this model. Perfect. We get normal or usual Ollama interactions. Um, as you can see. And what is novel about our application is that we can have a summary or feedback based on different energy metrics or sustainability metrics. We can show here, for example, CPU energy, RAM energy, average total energy, carbon emissions, and we have some other metadata such as response time, number of prompts, total consumption, so CO2 and energy, and the most costly prompt up to now, and the least costly prompt. That's very nice. And so now we can go back to, for example, our starting page. We can do restart, and we're back at our starting point. So let's say we now want to download a new model, Llama 123. Imagine we don't know where it is. We try to find it, and our system can't find it because it's not existent in the Ollama repository. So we follow instructions and we open a browser, which opens the Ollama search. And here we can find a model of our choice. Let's go for something nice and small. So I'm going to go for the Quen 0.5 billion parameters, Quen 2.5 code. Copy the name of it, importantly. And we can paste it here and ask our system, hey, I want to download it. Yes, please. It will take a couple minutes to download. And by the end of the download, we should be able to interact with this model. So as we can see, the model was downloaded successfully and we can already speak to it. Again, we can do the same usual interactions. Who are you? Let's check what model we're talking to. So this is Quen indeed, as you can see. And if we restart, we can see that the Quen coder was added to our list of local models. This is the initial part of functionality. Additionally, we provide rankings and benchmarking. So let's have a look at our rankings first, and then we can delve into the different kinds of benchmarks. So we can look at rankings, for example. And these are already models that have been benchmarked before. So every table shows our three different kinds of ranking. We have a chat testing benchmark, the code generation benchmark, and the text generation benchmark. As you can see, only models that have been benchmarked for each of these tests has been added. So for now, both Llama 3.2 and Llama 3 have been tested for all three. And additionally, we provide what we call the conversations history ranking, which is based on the conversations you've had with the model. We pull out the saved metrics and we give you a CO2 emission ranking per prompt, as you can see here. And if we want to continue, we're just given the start page and we can continue with our interaction with the system. So for example, we could go for something like benchmarking the new model we have. So we have to first go into this model and then we say, okay, I want to benchmark. Perfect. We're asked, okay, do we want text generation, code generation, and chat testing? Since this is a coding model, maybe we can try coding. So we press number 2 and we start our code generation benchmark. Each benchmark is run, or each task is run 5 times. This is to give us proper statistical or significance for the further ranking and the further analysis of the data. So it will take some time to generate the or interact with the model. And as you can see, at the end of every single run, it will give you a small summary of um, how the benchmark went. So prompt 1 took 6.7 seconds, prompt 2 35 seconds. You clearly see that I think prompt 2 was the most costly. And we have fundamentally the same summary as we did before within our conversation. For the sake of time, I will stop this benchmark here and go back to our model. Perfect. And we want to, first of all, show the last important part of our system, which is the web report. So if we start our web report as prompted here, we can see that it says, okay, your server was launched and is running in localhost 30,000. So we can click on that, go to the browser, and we have our green Llama report viewer. Let's start, for example, at the model history report. Here we have fundamentally this conversation history, which we discussed before. So for every model we have downloaded and you have had a conversation with, there is some form of um, summary. For example, we haven't interacted with Gwen, so there's no real summary. But as you can see, we did interact a little bit with the coder, and here we have our current interactions with the prompts and all the corresponding metrics for that prompt. We have a small bar graph showing different metrics as well. So for more visual analysis, for more visual analysis, the system is updated every 60 seconds, so it may do that, as you can see here. And if we go back, we can now go into our benchmark report. Here we can delve into more depth as to all the benchmark results, also including the prompts of certain of said benchmarks. So if we go, for example, to codes, we should be able to see the coder was included as well, but since we stopped it early, we don't see a really significant distribution of anything. But for example, if we go to 3.2 or Llama 3.2, sorry, we see our box plot, which has a bit more information regarding how our system performs. Again, we can look at all the different types of metrics. And additionally, for all these reports, we have our carbon emission equivalences. So the benchmark ran, and it utilized the amount of energy equivalent to 3 sheets of paper, or walking 0.02 kilometers, or sending 94 emails, or performing 7 Google searches. This is to give the user a more realistic understanding of what kind of emissions you're producing with each model. We can go yet again back, and we have our conversation report. And this is based on the latest conversation you've had with the model. So if I were to change models, for example, if we go back and start speaking to Gemma 3.1b, what is green and small? And given the UI is updated every 60 seconds, we will have to probably wait a little bit. As we can see, we go back and we have the latest conversation report with our funny prompts and the energy usage for that prompt. And that would be it for the general or more interesting features of Green Llama. So this was the demo for Green Llama. Thank you very much for paying attention, and I hope you enjoy our application.